Hey guys, so we are going to get started on our perspective drawing project today. So I'm trying to zoom out a bit so you can see the whole paper. It's always close to me again. So what we're going to need for this are a large sheet of paper, a ruler, a pencil, and an eraser. And we're going to start just kind of setting up our horizon line, vanishing point, and street in this video. And I'm going to do other videos for other elements that we want to include. So, do our horizon line, that's just going to be a horizontal line going across the whole space. And for me, let's see. Okay, this is the cleaner side of my sheet of paper. So I want to make a horizontal line going across the whole sheet, but my ruler is too short. So I'm just going to kind of fold up the end of this sheet so I can use the edge of it as a straight edge. Now I'm not creasing this, I'm leaving it rounded because I don't want my paper to have a fold in it. There are some applications where we want to measure, but for most of this process, it's going to be enough to just use a straight edge. So a light piece of paper, a folder, anything that has a hard straight edge you could use if you're doing this at home, if you're quarantined or whatever. And if you need, for things you need to measure, you can just use, I don't know, an eraser, or if it's something really small, you can use a pen to kind of measure with. Because for the most part, we are going to be looking for just even spacing on some things. But if you're quarantined and you don't have a ruler at home. So now we have our horizon line. I'm going to faint here, sorry about that. So it should say horizontal line going across the whole page. This is eye level. So if you were standing on a plane or savannah or something, you could see for miles and everything was super flat. This is where the ground would meet the sky from where you were looking. And somewhere here, we're going to make ourselves a vanishing point. It doesn't have to be completely centered, but you don't want it to be like way off to the side. That's going to make this process a lot harder because then you're kind of smushing everything on one side. So, okay, so we've got our vanishing point, we've got horizon line. So our vanishing point is where everything is going to kind of shrink back into. As things get farther away, they're going to appear to be smaller and higher up. And so they're all going to kind of shrink back in toward that point. Now we'll set up our street. And I'm using a ruler, but again, if you're quarantined at home, you can use any sort of straight edge and it'll work. So for my street, I'm just going to make an upside down V from my vanishing point. So I've got my upside down V, this is my road, my street. And I'm also going to go ahead and set up a sidewalk. And this is where you'll want to measure. So if you're at home, you may say, okay, one eraser on each side is where my sidewalk is going to be, or 1/4, or whatever it is that you have on hand that you can use to measure something, just to make sure that your sidewalks are the same width. Since I have a ruler handy, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to make my sidewalk about 1.5 inches on each side. So 1.5 inches there. Yeah, about 1 inch and then half. That's the longest line between the 1 and the 2. And then over on, sorry, I'm trying to move this. So over on the other side, I can measure 1.5 inches as well. So 1.5. Boom. And then I'm just going to make a line going from each of those little tick marks that I made to my vanishing point. Like that. And then we'll do this one also, going just from my tick mark to my vanishing point. Okay, and so we have our page and our road set up. I'm going to do other videos because I want to keep them all kind of short so that, if you need help with, I don't know, making a street sign or how to draw windows, you can just go specifically to a video for those things instead of having to sit through a 30-minute long video. And also because that's the bell. So, okay. Thank you for joining me.